So up next, we are going to design this model. Now, from the look of things, this model looks kind of complicated, and the model will be done using two different approaches in order to achieve this. We're going to use the technical and the direct approach. So I'm going to try the Solidworks and see what it's going to do for us. So the first thing is that you have this particular section, that is from the whole of this section is 80 millimeter, right? So if we are to use technical approach, it's going to be 40, obviously. So what I'm going to do is to use my corner rectangle. Okay, first of all, I'm going to select my plane, then use my corner rectangle, so this my corner rectangle, and I'll give my I'll give the dimension of 40, because once we revolve around 40 it's going to become 80. And then this section, this inclined, this line that is inclined at 45 degrees is going to be drawn this way. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a random line, but first of all, okay, let me draw a random line connecting this section. So take it to my smart dimension. Now what you're going to do is that I'm going to use my line to touch this line, my dimension to touch this line, and also this line, which is going to convert the dimension to a degree. So from there I will customize my degree to 45. Then for my measurement, you could see that the overall length from the overall length of this model is 60, right? But the distance from here, this tip to this end is 150. That means that 150 subtracted from 160 is going to give us 10. So definitely the distance from here to this region is 10. And also from look of things, and as it was specified here, the distance from here to this place is also 10. So I'm going to give this line a distance of 10 millimeter. Now I'm going to cut the line like this. So go to my revolve and then choose this line as our axis, and here we go. This is our first geometry. So I'm going to draw this thing, this particular line, but there was no specified procedure to achieve that, but I'm going to use a system that I used to design myself. So now I made sure that this line becomes the plane, right? But I want to ensure that this is what I'm going to draw. That is, this circle should be what I'm going to draw at the other side. So mind you, I have ensured that this line becomes the plane. I've ensured that this blue part has become the plane. So I'm just going to use this other place to trace what I'm going to draw. So this circle is what I'm going to draw. So I'm going to take my origin from here, touching this edge, and then when we flip our model the other way, we are rest assured that our circle has been inscribed on this particular surface. So I'm going to extrude the circle to 10. Alright, it's 10. Then I save it. So once it's 10, I'm going to give it a fillet, because this thing over here is a fillet, and this fillet is specified to be 10 in a 45 degree. that is the fillet from this region to this region is 10 in 45 degree. So I'm going to my fillet, my chamfer, chamfer. So the thing is that I'm going to touch this edge, and already we have 10 in 45 degree. Once we are satisfied, you click this place, and then our model is forming gradually. So you can see that we've achieved this section. So the next thing is to draw this line, right? That is this whole model should be the next thing to draw. Now from our dimension, we could see that from this tip to this end is 150, right? Now that we've drawn this particular model, we can see that the distance from here to here is 10, because we actually minus 150 from 60 to give us 10, and we know that from this the distance from here to here is also 10. So that is, if we are to draw our cylinder from here, we're going to minus 10 from 150. It's going to give us 140, right? But this cylinder is still has its own measurement, which was not given to us. Now we will say 140 minus 25, which will give us the length from here to here. So 140 minus 25 is going to give us 115. So that is, if we're going to extrude anything from here, it's going to be 140. But first of all, I'm going to draw my circle, and the circle is specified to be of diameter of 40 millimeter. So I'll use this place as my surface sketch. Now I'm going to go to my circle. Okay, so I'm going to dial in 40. Now once I dial in 40, it has filled up this place. That is, we are actually doing the right thing. So going to your extruded balls base. So I'm going to make this sure that this slice is 115. So we will see that we have achieved this. Now we still have another kind of chamfer at this. So this time around it is still in 45 degree. So we go to our chamfer, touch the surface, then you type in 3. Once you dial in 3, you click OK. Now our chamfer is formed at this particular edge. So the next thing we do is to draw our last cylinder, which is specified to be 15 diameter of and which is 25 millimeter long. So use this as our model. I draw my circle. 15. Okay, we're going to dial in 15. Then extruded to 25. So we're going to dial in 25, and then we are done. It's pretty straightforward. You can see that our model is achieved. So I'm going to save this one. Part 3. Okay, let's say part BB. So save. So now the next thing to do is to draw this model. This is the model and this is the 2D representation. So follow me and see how we're going to do it. So I'm going to go to my parts, then we draw this model. So it's front plane. Then the first thing we do is we're going to draw we're going to use a technical and also direct approach to achieve this particular model. So first of all, I'm going to draw construction line in between, where I'm going to use my corner rectangle to form this line, and then use another a line to form this line, and also a curve to form this line. So watch me closely as I do it. So back to SolidWorks. Now the first thing I said was to draw a construction line. That is, we're going to select the line from here. So from our measurement, we saw that the distance from the top here to this region is 20. So I go to my corner rectangle. Now I'm going to customize this part to be 20, 20, 20. Then I use my line to form any kind of a random length, because the dimension wasn't given to us. So I'm just going to give it, I'm just going to draw this one here to end here. So what I'm going to do is to give it a dimension of 10 millimeter, 10. So the reason why I did it was because the dimension was not specified in this region. So definitely we just have no option than to draw any kind of give it the dimension of anything that we want. So the next thing is to form this hack, to form an hack, right? So the hack is given to us by 17.5 millimeter. So what I'm going to do is to go to your line. So this step is very crucial, so you have to pay more attention to that. So the first thing I do is to ensure that I move to any convenient space from my line. I move to any convenient space from my line. That is, I go to this point, I click this section. Now you notice I'm going to drag my hand in a very funny manner. Okay, alright, let's do it again. Go to your line. Now once you click this section, you're going to have to flip your hand in this manner. So once you've achieved this, I'm going to give it a dimension of 17.5, 17.5. Now we can see that our model is halfway done. So what I'm going to do is to make sure that I'm going to unify all this line together by making sure that this thick black goes through all this section. So we can achieve that by cutting out the line that we do not need again. So I'm going to cut this line. So the final thing we're going to do is to close this sketch, so that it's going to be a closed sketch. Now we can see that our model is being formed. So if I can measure the distance from here to here, okay, but our model is supposed to be 50, right? That is, the distance from here to this section is 50. So I'm going to correct that to be 50. Okay, something was going to happen, but nevertheless, let's just continue in that flow. So the only way out to escape that thing is to delete all this model so that it's not going to have a specified dimension. So I'm going to do it again. That is the distance from here to here. $50. All right, now we've achieved that. So now that we've achieved that, I'm going to go to revolve. All right, so our model is already formed. Now it's a very straightforward process. So you make sure you try the one that works for you and see what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to save this model. Parts CC, yeah.